Good morning and welcome to the first episode of T, Me and a Four-Wheel Drive. I'm me, this is T, and Ruby's in the back, and we're in our four-wheel drive. We're currently up in Marysville in Victoria, and we're about to head out into the high country and just have a look at a few tracks that we had been, well, I've been across previously, but just want to get up there in the middle of winter and see what it's like. It's absolutely freezing here, so we're actually hoping we might get some snow as we get up a little bit higher. Anyway, we've just had breakfast, nice pie and a sauce from the Marysville Country Bakery Cafe. Fantastic pies. If ever you're up this way, stop in and get a pie. Yeah, breakfast done. It's freezing cold. We're in a four-wheel drive. Let's get going. Okay, well, we are off-road. This is our first stop. We're coming up this road here and saw this amazing view. That is just fantastic. So I had to stop and get a photo, of course. I'm actually standing on my car so that I could get a bit of height above the trees. I know the sun's a bit blinding there, but there you go, look at that. That is magnificent. And we must be 200 metres into the first track. This is going to be good. Well, we're off-road. How fantastic's that? So we've come a couple of K into the bush, and most of our tracks to date have been a little bit muddy, but I wouldn't call them four-wheel drive tracks. We're about to turn off onto a track that degrades a little bit here. So what we're going to do is what all good four-wheel drivers will do. We're going to let the tyres down. The reason we do this is so that we get better traction on the road and it gives us a more comfortable drive. Now, I've been out with plenty of people who just go, I'm not going to let my tyres down, that's a pain. Well, I can absolutely tell you that it is absolutely worthwhile doing. You get more grip on the road and get a much more comfortable ride. Isn't that right, T?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, only way to go. All right, I better get these tyres down. I'm going to drop them down to about 25 psi. See how we go from there. I don't think these tracks are going to be too bad, but let's see how we go. Okay, well, we are currently 1,163 metres above sea level, and guess what we're just starting to find on the track? Hang on, I'll turn it around. That's right, I hope you can see that. That is snow. Very exciting. Let's keep going. Well, T, we've had a bit of fun since we spoke to you last. We've headed up. We found some snow. It was a bit slushy, so we didn't really stop, but we certainly found a bit of snow across the track, and we headed around. Now, we turned around, we came back here because I really wanted to have a look and see whether we can get up to one of the huts up around here. So we've come down out of the snow line. We're just below 1,000 metres again. But we've come flying down this track and, well, we've found this. Yeah. So, not quite sure what we're going to do about this yet. I do have a chainsaw in the car, so we could cut it if we had to. Someone's obviously cut one of them, but then the other one's fallen. Now, the other option here is that potentially I could drive under that. It looks pretty high, so we've got a good option there. So what I might do, I might get T to go stand right up there, and she can film me as I come through. And if she starts waving her hands like mad, I know I'm about to hit the tree. Yeah. All right, let's go that way. Wish me luck. So most of these tracks that we're doing today aren't overly too difficult, but you do need to be careful as you're coming along, because you'll come across these little fallen trees all over the place. So while I could belt down here at about, I don't know, 40, 50 kilometres an hour, which doesn't sound very fast by, I guess, suburban streets, but on these wet, windy gravel roads, yeah, I could do that sort of speed. But if I come around the corner and I find one of those trees that is down across the track, I'm just going to go smack straight into it. So it's a good idea when you're out on tracks like this, try and keep your speed down to sort of, I don't know, 20 to 40, I guess is pretty good. Some of these big open winding ones you can speed up a little bit, but as you're coming in and out of these tight curves, you want to slow your speed down a little bit. Especially when you come to curves like this one. Now that is a completely blind corner, and if someone else was coming flying around that corner, guess what? We're going to have a head-on collision. Now, if you have a look down to the side there, that is a straight drop-off. So if they did come flying around the corner and one of us had to swerve, well, one of us is rolling down that tree, and that's not a lot of fun. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so T and I just stopped here. We just found this little track off the main track. It's a little bit overgrown. We came up here. It looks like there's another bit that goes down. There's two other tracks behind me that head off, but you can tell they haven't been driven in a very long time, and we're not going to do anything too serious today. But yeah, let's travel down this one, and we should be getting back to where we were before. So I might hand that over to T. She can hold that up. Let's come down here, nice and easy. We're still in 4 high. There's nothing too serious here. We'll just ease it through. This part of the track's not too bad, but certainly some of those other tracks were completely overgrown with trees across them. You'd constantly be chainsaws out and moving along. Anyway, we're down. Let's keep going. I think most of the tracks that we're going to do today are pretty easy. You could almost come up here in a 2-wheel drive and a lot of this stuff. We are going to veer off a little bit further along the track, hopefully find a little bit more snow again. We've come down. Unfortunately, we missed the hut completely that I was looking for. It wasn't very well signposted, so we're just going to keep going along and curve back around towards Mount Margaret and see if we can get up to Mount Margaret and see if there's any snow up there. So let's keep going. Check this out, we just came around the corner and you can see there's a couple of trees just ahead of us here, and they look like they were absolutely on fire, but that's actually steam in the sunlight. That is fantastic. Yeah, awesome. What do you reckon, T?
Awesome.
Pretty cool. Don't know if they're really showing up on the video. I'll try and get a photo of it. Okay, so this is quite common in the high country this time of year. It is, what are we in? We've just hit July, 1st of July in fact. Yeah. So as we come up here, the GPS wanted to take us through this road here. This is Bullfight Road, but it is closed. Now luckily I knew that because I checked on the Parks Victoria website and found a list of all the closed tracks. If T will get me that bit of paper out, I printed that out and took that with us so that we know exactly what tracks are open and which ones are not. So I knew this track, which is this track here, number 24, Bullfight Road, is currently closed. So we could check that from home and plan another way around. So originally we were going to come up this side, but we decided to drop back and try and see a hut down and around here. Unfortunately we didn't find the hut, but we are coming up this track here. We're going to have to go up to the north and cut back around through here. There's quite a few other closed tracks up there, so that's going to be a bit fun for us trying to navigate around some of those, but I think we can squeeze our way through there. We're then going to come across the top here and try to get ourselves down on this track over here, back down into Mount Margaret, where last time certainly I was up here we found a lot of snow. we might even still manage to find a little bit of mud or something like that. So anyway, for the moment, let's keep going. Woo! Bit of mud. Headed over to Mount Margaret. Now, last time I was out here, there were a couple of inches of snow, and I walked up this track here, and it was pristine snow. No one had been up here. We were trailblazing as we walked up here. Today, well, you know, there's a little bit of snow, but it's pretty patchy, and yeah, I'm not even sure I'd call that snow. There is a little snowman down here that someone's made. Yes, Ruby. Yes, this is Ruby. Say hello to Ruby. Anyway, there you go. The car's looking pretty dirty, and that's it. So we're going to go find some four-wheel drive fun now. See you soon. All right, so we just headed off down a bit of a four-wheel drive track. This is a track that Ian and I discovered September last year. We came down here and it was just pristine snow the whole way through. Ian was actually up here a couple of weeks ago, and he said he couldn't get very far because there were trees down. And I think maybe that's the tree that's down. Believe it or not, we just passed a couple of other four-wheel drivers who just turned around at this exact spot and are heading back up out of this track. I knew two of them, used to work with them. Small world, what are the chances? Anyway, I did actually think ahead, and I'm going to at least get my chainsaw out and have a crack at it and see what it looks like and see if I can clear it. If we can clear it, we'll keep going. If we can't, well, we'll spin around and head back. Anyway, it's good. Better get back to work. T's going to film this, by the way. We tried. We were defeated. Yep. What I was trying to do there was cut through the log enough that we could use the winch to then snap it off and clear enough of the path that we can get past. But unfortunately, I own two different chainsaws, and when I looked at them yesterday, I went, just bring the little one, and I'll only bring one tank of petrol. I won't need any more than that. Well, I ran out of petrol, and my little chainsaw's pretty blunt, so it definitely needs a sharpen. Anyway, we tried. We were defeated. It was good. There's a log. It's still there. At least we've made a bit of headway. So the next person through will hopefully thank us. What do you reckon, T?
I think we did pretty well.
I think we did pretty well. Well, I think that's it from us, though. We're only meant to be out here for half a day, and it's about midday, so we're going to call it quits. We're going to head on out. I've seen a lot of other people coming up here around Mount Margaret and saying that that they were hoping to find some snow, and unfortunately they didn't. We at least did find some snow on the tracks that we did earlier today, so at least that's one good thing. Yeah, either way, I know I'll be back. Give it another couple of weeks. Hopefully it'll get a lot colder, and we'll be back out here on the tracks and having fun. What do you reckon, T? Will we come back and do some more?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. All right, well, that's T. This is me, and that's all we'll see you again soon.